the shock of the week.
Yes.
I still stand by my words that Ghana Black Stars, we don't have a coach.
In this game. If like this, he played this formation and he was supposed to score against a Chad and he couldn't. How sure are you that he could score this with money?
For Chad.
And he did that and he still couldn't.
He couldn't, so he doesn't know.
So it tells you that there is a problem.
They came into this game as the underdog.
That's what I'm saying.
So they have to be scared.
How
do you mean by as underdogs? I don't agree.
I
disagree.
I wanted my brothers from Nigeria to like get the win and have hope
of qualifying.
But
unfortunately,
honestly, first of all, my South African people disappointed me. And the disappointment started even before the game started. If there was VAR, this goal would have been disallowed. So,
Mbokazi is also the defender, the 19-year-old defender. I mean, solid. And you know, he also have that physique, and you could see how he also bullied some of the Nigerian players. I mean, blocking balls left, right, center. And he's actually a player to watch out. Even in South Africa, he's highly rated. Chaos hates the big boys of African football. What a night of pure African football. The rivalry, the moments of shock. Ghana surviving narrowly to Mali in Accra, as well as Nigeria. South Africa holding Nigeria by the neck to a 1-1 draw. There are a lot of talking points about the goal scored by Kelvin Bassey, whether it was really a handball or a goal. That also introduces the conversation of VAR in some of these qualifiers as well. Guys, welcome to the PHS Football, your home of pure African football. As usual, my name is Prince Amdan, and I'm here with Mama GHR Mando.
In the building. I'm here, as usual.
In the building.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we had 2 nights back-to-back of pure African football.
Yes.
Did you enjoy that?
Of course, I have to. Yeah, I mean, and of course, for an African advocate like we, especially this podcast, we are going to miss this forever for some time now, and it is always exciting to be here talking about African football. We wish it would have been this, all the time. Unfortunately, it's not going to be so, but definitely it was exciting, of course.
Right, and on my right, I have my man Didier. I can see you are smiling today.
Yeah.
Were you proud of the Black Stars of Ghana?
Oh no, for the Black Stars, I was not proud of them.
What's giving you the smiles this morning?
It's the Nigeria game, South African game, which is making me happy.
It was a crack out the game.
For the Black Stars, let's forget about them. They are not serious.
Right, guys, I mean, all these and more on the podcast today, PHS Football. We're going to be talking about the games that happened right from the round 8, the 8th round of games in the ongoing African World Cup qualifiers. All the games, but then spotlight on the Ghana-Mali game as well as the South Africa-Nigeria game. Right. Aside the game itself, there have been a lot of talking points, a lot of issues. But then let's get into the game itself first. What did you think? Because I think we saw a different kind of football. Compared to what we saw against Chad. For the Black Stars.
Of course.
What really happened? We saw the back line change. We saw a couple of changes, and I remember you making mention of the midfielder who is in the person of Kwesi Sibo, who I mean was an outstanding player, and he had an outstanding debut for the Black Stars. First of all, what did you think changed that gave the Black Star this? I mean, should we say a surviving win against Mali?
Well, first of all, I think we all saw it. It was definitely on the first 11 that came out.
Right.
For me, the moment I saw that first 11, I said, this looks like, the team that I think I wanted to see. Even though we didn't score a lot of goals, because for me, I think it's always important to create chances, but we didn't create a lot of chances, especially in the first half. But if you look at that lineup, I think it was the best we've seen so far in a while. Because if you look at that defense, we had Salisu and Jiku. For me, these two are our best parents so far for the Black Stars. Even though we still lack that left, footed defense. Left back, we still lack that quality at left back. So and that right back for me, his name Caleb, outstanding player. Yeah,
right.
For me,
right.
he should be given some more time.
Hold your horses. Let me come to DDA. We'll come back to the game proper. I want us to take the other games. Then we come to the Black Stars and the South Africa game.
Okay.
I just wanted to get your, introduction on your opening remarks on the Black Stars game.
Yeah.
Let me get your opening remarks on the Black Star, and then please just keep it brief, because we come back to the game proper, as well as the South Africa Nigeria game. And also, don't forget to let us know which part of Africa you are watching from. This show is always big on your comments. We want to hear from every part of Africa. That is why we've put together this podcast. If you check around, there are not so much, podcasts that talk about only African football. So that's why we put this together, and we would appreciate it if you are part of the conversation and make this more interesting and engaging. Right, Didier?
Yeah, for me, I think this 1-year win was through God's intervention, and the fans, because it's not the brilliance from the players and the coaching staffs. It was God. Because if you see the goal which was scored, it was Malam goal. Because the boys, to me, they didn't even deserve the goal. Because why is it that Black Stars, you always want to qualify in the with the hard way? You had Chad, you could have done everything there. You brought it to Mali. Surviving with a Malam goal, 1-0. If not because of the fans, if let's say they played their match in Mali, I don't think Black Stars would have won. Let's give it's the fans who helped cheer them. They were making noise in the field, which was disturbing the Malians. Because if we played the match at Mali, I don't think they would have gotten any goal there. Because they were not creating, and our attackers so selfish. They were thinking of themselves. Right. So for me, this game, I want that, since you said I should brief, I'll just break.
That's just introduction alone.
Yeah.
It tells you what is coming up on this podcast right here. And so, guys, let's get into the other games first. So the 8th round, the round 8 started with the game between Central African Republic and Comoros. And Comoros, we all know, what they've been up to. And if you ask me, they are one of the fast rising
nations.
We can call the dark horses of this African games that we've seen recently. They've been able to beat Central African Republic by 2-0 away. What do you make of this game? Quickly, then we go to the next
Comoros for the past few years now, we've seen how they've developed. We've seen how they've improved from time to time, and what they are able to achieve in this qualifier. So I think it wasn't a surprise. It tells you how ready they are to fight till the last day. And if you look at the points gap between Comoros and Ghana and even Madagascar, they are not so much. Any team at all can still qualify. So 2 games to go. They are still at the top there, and let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Didier, let me get your thoughts before I take viewers through the table.
For the Comoros, we've seen Comoros is a country I'm scared of. Because even we Ghanaians, they gave it to us. Not to talk of Central African Republic. And if you check the group, Comoros, they've made up their mind they want to be at the second place. Because I know Black Stars, God is with them. It's not Black Star, if not God, I don't think they can even top the group.
But even this second place conversation, I think we'll have to talk, because there's actually much ado about nothing, because it will be really difficult. And I think a lot of people don't understand the structure of it. A lot of people feel that they will just select the best second. No. It is a lot. Probably even if there is a chance for a team to qualify from the second place, it's going to be one team. And that is going to even be very difficult. Because you have to go and play
some tournaments.
FIFA level and all of that. But you will see, it's going to be more stressful. It's just better you find your first place and then, But we will clarify that towards the end of the podcast as well. Right. So now, if you look at the table, which involves Ghana, Madagascar, Comoros, Mali, and Central African Republic and Chad, Ghana is leading by 19 points.
Yeah.
I think 3 points clear of Madagascar. Madagascar has also been impressive.
Of course.
This campaign.
Yeah.
We also have Comoros, who is also a point away from Madagascar. Madagascar has 16 points. Comoros have 15 points. Mali 12 points. Central African Republic 5 points. Chad 1 point. So apart from Central African Republic and Chad, the rest of the teams still can, fight for a second place. Yeah. Even if, it's not important, but they can brag that they were second. But then, do you think? Well, we'll come to the Ghana conversation and then I'll ask that question. Now let's move to the next game, which is Tunisia winning Equatorial Guinea by a long goal. I don't think that was any surprise.
Tunisia has always been.
I think they have already qualified alongside Morocco.
Yeah.
The only two African countries that are, automatically confirmed to
22 points, Morocco 21, something like that.
Right. Now let's go to the next game, Mozambique, Botswana. This is another, like for like kind of a game 50-50. And Mozambique has been very impressive in this tournament. I don't know what your thoughts are with
of course Mozambique. I think I spoke about them in one of our podcasts
in our last 2 episodes.
Yes, so I think Mozambique for me is always exciting to see a team like this rising from the bottom and now getting to where they think they should be, because it is going to be competitive when we have so many teams competing. So for me, I think it's really good to have these teams also coming up, spicing up the game as well.
Yeah, for Mozambique, if you check their group, I think they also want to be at the second place and the step, because the type of football they are playing in their group is they are improving. You can see improvements in their game, and in their group, I think they are third. And is it Libya is second? So they still have hope for the second place if only things go somewhere with them.
Right. Now let's look at the game between Zambia and Morocco.
Yeah.
Zambia hosting Morocco but losing by 2-0. Right. Zambia for me I think is a very quality side.
Of course.
But then when two giants meet, definitely one must suffer.
It's just unfortunate that Morocco is currently, I think, the best in Africa.
In Africa, no doubt.
No doubt about that. So for me, if you are coming up against such a team, you only hope you get a draw.
Right.
You understand? Right. It is not easy because they have got toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in Europe.
Yeah, right.
So you can imagine.
They have the quality.
They have that quality and they match them in the world.
It's not even a question.
No.
It's not a question.
So for me, I think it was... Right. It was pretty, straightforward for Morocco in that game.
Right.
Yeah,
you think so too?
Yeah.
Straightforward for Morocco, right? So, in their group, as we said, Morocco is already topping. That's Group E.
Yeah.
Morocco is already topping with 21 points. Tanzania followed with 10 points. Niger 9 points.
Look at the gap.
Zambia
21
6 points. Congo Republic 1 point. Right. Some surprising 10 of events there. Niger actually is doing better than Zambia. Yeah. But I think Zambia has some quality. Maybe I don't know what happened, but we'll see how things go. Madagascar trashing Chad by 3-1. Madagascar played at home. Your thoughts on Madagascar, Chad?
Of course,
straightforward.
It was pretty clear.
Right.
Chad is no match of any team in that group. It was just unfortunate. Ghana. It's bad. It's
right. Okay. So as I said, Madagascar is second on the group, followed by they are second following Ghana. Ghana has 19 points. Madagascar 16. Comoros. I think I've already talked about this table. Now let's look at the next game, which is Malawi, Liberia, drawing 2-2.
Yeah.
That was another, like for like situation there. Two underdog countries playing each other.
Yeah.
Right. So 2-2. Your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, for that game, I think both teams needed a point very much.
Right.
And if, I think they are all going for second place. So that's why they all came out.
They are looking to beat Namibia for second place. Namibia is second place at the moment.
Yeah, so I think everyone came in for the points, but unfortunately they drew the game.
Right.
Beautiful football, everything went on well.
Now let's look at Uganda, Somalia. Uganda beating Somalia by 2 goals to 0.
Yeah. You see, I said something about this Ugandan side some time ago that I don't know what is happening in that side of Africa. Uganda, DR Congo, Zimbabwe,
Southern Africa.
Yes, that's Southern Africa. If you look at how they are packaging themselves now, how they try to pull out now, it is massive. If you look at these few teams that I've mentioned, you see that
I think including Tanzania.
Yes, Tanzania. They are living up now, and I want to commend them. I want to, say big shout outs going out to every team or every nation out there. They've been lacking behind for some time. If you look at the African terrain, those topping have always been either East Africa or North Africa.
Right. And sometimes West Africa.
Sometimes West Africa.
Nigeria,
So now that they're also coming, I feel like it is time for them to show up really, really well. And I'm not surprised too.
And I'm not surprised that Uganda is second on their table with 15 points, following Algeria. Algeria is 19 points.
Yeah, of course.
And first on the table. And then Mozambique are third with 15 points. Guinea fourth with 11 points. Botswana are fifth with 9 points. Somalia are sixth with just a point on that group. Right, now let's look at one of the games that was also a cracker.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have believed that Guinea would hold Algeria to a 0-0 draw?
Well, maybe Algeria was a bit complacent,
right?
Yes, because for me, I don't think Guinea has a chance against Algeria.
Right.
However, this is still football, and anything can happen within the 90 minutes.
Right.
So I think Algeria just didn't take their chances.
Algeria, Guinea, Algeria.
Yeah, for that game on paper, you think Algeria had they could have won hands down. But this football now, everyone is improving.
Yeah.
And it's
especially when you are playing at home, you always do everything
in Africa. We have that home ground,
home spirit,
advantage. We have it. Home grounds are advantage. Even if things are not going well, excuse me to say, even in our African leagues, if things are not going well, they'll find home ground. They'll find a way. I don't know if you understand. They'll find a way for you.
Doesn't understand.
I don't want to say it because I don't have evidence.
you go explain.
You just say the home advantage counts.
Yes, the home
this
advantage.
guy wants to take the team to another.
So
okay,
I think that's the only thing they use against Algeria. It's just the home advantage because if it's football, we all know they are much better than them. So
now, Guinea-Bissau, Djibouti. Well, Guinea-Bissau also holding,
of course.
They are small boys, giving them 2-0. I think it was just a normal game, nothing too fancy. Now let's go to Libya, Eswatini. Remember we spoke about Libya the other time?
Yeah.
I think Ayew Cisse is just trying to meander his way into the World Cup this thing. I don't know what's your thought. You remember they won their last game by 1-0.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can imagine if Cisse gets this Libya team to the World Cup,
right,
how he will feel and how Libya themselves will feel. So it's going to be a priority for him, and of course a very big target for him to achieve. Right. And I would love if he achieved that and eventually, find himself and the Libya team in the World Cup.
The World Cup. That'll be amazing.
Of course,
right? Because they are just Libya is just, I think, 4 points away from the table leaders, Cape Verde.
So
it's
possible.
And we still have 3 more games to two more games to go. Right?
Yeah.
2 more games.
You mentioned my country,
Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Not Equatorial Guinea.
No, that's my country.
Okay, so what do you have to say about your Libya?
Yeah, for
Libya
Eswatini, I don't think they have any
business.
Yes, they don't have any business in going to World Cup.
Right.
I don't think even AFCON they've ever qualified. There's no any player in Eswatini who can. Even Ghana Premier League, I'm not sure we can accommodate any player from Eswatini.
What is he saying?
Yeah,
sure.
Yes.
Right.
We've seen how they play. Even their JC, if you see, you think it's inter-schools JC.
It's okay. It's okay.
So they are not supposed to.
Okay, let's go to the next game. Namibia thrashing Sao Tome and Principe by 3 goals to 0.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Prince, you see certain countries, the moment you mention their name self, they don't have any business. If you go and check, definitely their group, they will be last.
Yeah.
Like they are just to participate in the qualifiers and go. I don't know if, let's say, their country also pumps money.
Sao Tome is last. They have no points.
They have no points.
I think it's always important to participate.
Yes,
very,
it's
very
important.
We feel your presence. Like most of these countries, we
never
really
knew
didn't
their
hear
names.
from them again.
Yes.
We didn't know them. Now that we get to know them, I promise you by the next year, you see that
They
them
will
improving
improve.
a lot.
Yeah.
So for that thing, it is always important to put yourself in the game.
But as I said, they should organize a junior tournament. Let's go. So on their group, that's Group H. Tunisia is topping with 22 points. Namibia follow with 15 points. Liberia 11 points. Malawi 10 points, and Equatorial Guinea 5th with 10 points as well. And Sao Tome and Principe last with 0 points. Now let's go to another game of interest. Kenya hosted Seychelles and they beat them by 5 goals to. After first half, it was 4-0. I say Kenyans are angry. After their last defeat,
Ben McCarthy was angry.
They also caught
their small boys.
Their small boys and they walloped them by 5 goals.
I think in the footballing eyes, that was a very good result for Kenya.
For Kenya, yes, right. Good difference.
Honestly, it was very good. I was happy because I've been crying for Kenya, and this gave me a little bit of hope. But at least if we fight, we could end with in the second position. Hopefully,
it will be tough.
I know because let's win the next 2 games.
I think Kenya
they can't.
They can't. They are 5th at the moment with 9 points.
Wow.
They are 5th at the moment. And the second place, Gabon, have 19 points.
Oh,
10
it's
points.
not possible.
You have 2 matches.
There's no way.
So if you win 2, that's 6
But
points.
as I said, it's good for the energy of the country. Because the stadium was packed yesterday and it was just, it just had to win.
We are coming. Kenya, we are coming.
Their energy. Yeah. But then the surprising one is Gabon holding Cote d'Ivoire by the neck with just a point difference. Gabon, if Gabon is able to win their next 2 games and Cote d'Ivoire makes any mistake, Gabon will take over the slot.
You see, Cote d'Ivoire have been the 1-0 merchants in this qualification. If you look at their games, it's always 1-0, 2-1, or 2-0. Because I think they haven't considered a goal in the qualifications here. So it's always 2-0, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, or 0-0. So if you look at them, they haven't been too much convincingly to me. Even yes, they are the current African champions, holders, but I'm not really impressed with how they
performance.
Yes, so like you said, in the next 2 games, if Gabon are able to win their next 2 games,
there will be a problem for.
There will be a big problem for them because they are not really clear of Gabon.
Yeah.
So that's my worry. That's my worry.
That's a point.
That's really my worry.
Right. Did you also think that Gabon can cause problems for?
Yeah, they can. This football and it's 1 point difference. You have 2 matches. In case you have to win all. For Cote d'Ivoire, they have to win all.
Exactly.
Because if you make a mistake and draw 1 and win 1, Gabon wins all the 2. You are going down.
Right.
So if you are the champions of Africa, you have to show working. Don't be going like winning 1-0. Win 5.
They are not showing it already.
Go different. Let the margin be there.
You
are the champions of us, so let the margin be there.
All right. Okay. Now let's look at the next game. Tanzania losing at home to Niger. That had a red card in the game by a lone goal.
Niger
is they are growing.
Of course, in another video I said I definitely will root for Niger to qualify. For me, for no any other reason, but I have a brother in there,
right.
who I think deserves something because how he was treated back here. It was always good to feel
prove
special.
Himself, yeah. Right.
Yes, to prove himself and then feel that connection with the Niger people, and I'm happy they were able to get that
1 point,
very key 3 points.
Sorry.
It was important for them, and I hope it will lead them to the the
Right.
qualification
And
process.
so on their group, they are third with 9 points. Morocco is first with 21 points. Tanzania is second with 10 points. And Niger third with 9 points.
So
Zambia
they can
fourth,
still
6 points.
go to the second position. Yeah.
It will be difficult.
The second position, they can
It
still
will be difficult.
1 point. That's 1 point difference.
1
So
point. 1 point.
with 2 games to
If it's 1
let's
point
see.
different, yeah, too
It's-
much.
They have a
is-
chance.
Let's see. But then my worry is that even the second
Second
position
level.
is just
The second position is not easy.
It's
Just be your first
see,
and
just,
have
just forget. If you get second position, just forget.
Forfeit. If you get you should forfeit and go home.
Just go home.
It's very hard.
Because the trouble they'll put you to pass you through before you even get there. It's just all right. And maybe by you even go and lose the slot along the way. Right.
Good to be easy.
The next game was Zimbabwe, Rwanda winning by a goal to nil.
Yeah.
My Rwandan people should be excited about this one.
Yeah, of course. Like you always say, it is always important to gather your points as you move because it's very important. You need it no matter what. Goals, points in qualifications, very very key.
Right. So in their group we have
Rwanda, they are not lucky.
They are fourth with 11 points. First in the group is South Africa with 17 points. Benin are second with 14 points. Nigeria are third with 11 points. Rwanda fourth with 11 points. Lesotho fifth with 6 points. Zimbabwe last with 4 points. So you think clearly, it's going to be difficult for Rwanda to.
They are not lucky.
It's just a good win, but it doesn't really mean anything. Now let's look at the next game: Sierra Leone, Ethiopia. Sierra Leone beating Ethiopia by 2 goals to nil. I think not really.
Yeah, it was 50-50 game. Any team could have won.
Right,
because
but Cape Verde beating Morocco. Crazy.
My country.
Yeah,
1 goal to 0.
0.
Are you surprised? Are you shocked?
No, don't be shocked.
Not really. But you see, I feel like the Moroccan side was also being so complacent. Even though I'm not downplaying the hard work of the Cape Verde team, but for me, I think Moroccans didn't go with, the mentality that we are winning all, and this was a test for them to know that yes, we are not the only one in Africa. Yeah. However, I think it's a good win, like we said, for Cape Verde because they need to
cushioning.
Of course, we want them to be in the World Cup.
Yes.
They should be there.
The new boys.
They should be
They
there.
have to go and represent us. They have to go and represent us.
You guys know why this guy is repeatedly saying they have to go and represent
me,
us.
I'm from Cape
Even
Verde.
if they are not going, they should go.
Yeah, they have to go. They will represent us in a way.
Okay, no problem.
We'll line them up. We'll line them up.
Just say the beautiful girls will line them up.
We'll line them up.
Now let's go to Togo. Togo hosted Sudan and beating them by a goal.
The shock of the week.
Yes.
Honestly, hands down.
Sudan. What's happening to
The shock of the week. The shock of the week because I never expected Togo to beat Sudan, especially with the current form that
home
Sudan
grounds,
has.
as we said.
So for me, I think Kusapia will have to work extra hard.
I mean, we've all seen his work. We've all begun to look his way. But it looks like for the past 2 games,
I don't really know what happened. I don't really know what's going on. If he has to work it out because it doesn't look good for him now.
And I think it might not be possible for them to get to go through to the because in that group, Senegal is leading with 18 points. DR Congo is second with 16 points. Sudan is third with 12 points. Togo, fourth with 7 points. Mauritania are fifth with 6 points. And South Sudan are sixth with 4 points. So it's going to be tough. But let's see what happens in the next 2 games. Right. Let's look at the next game. We also had a game between DR Congo versus Senegal. Senegal winning by 3 goals.
Another interesting match there for me.
Match.
DR Congo, having been the top of the group for almost all the time during the disqualification, and now Senegal overtaking them by beating them 3 goals to 2. So you can imagine the the fight
Right,
that they have
to fight to
get there.
Right.
And kudos to Senegal for claiming that spot because they need it badly. And as one of the big boys in Africa, I wasn't surprised, even though they had to fight really hard
to
get it. And another good fight for DR Congo. It wasn't easy to fight, with toe to toe with one of the African best teams, that is Senegal. So big game. It was a big game.
Congratulations to Senegal. They are yet to lose a game though. They've only drawn 3 games. But it's not going to end here. There is still the biggest fights are yet to come.
And for this match,
especially between the two of them.
For this match, both teams had quality players. They had stars in it. Congo had Wan-Bissaka, Wissa,
right,
and Pakwesi Jackson was also at the other side. He even scored.
Right.
I don't know how he's going to feel. But for Pakwesi Jackson, let's have another episode for him, only him, because certain issues rised up with his transfers, and we have to talk about it.
We'll do that. We'll do that in the next conversation. Now, let's look at another shocking result. Burkina Faso holding Egypt on the neck, or by the neck, 0-0 draw.
What? Burkina are showing
they are becoming. They are growing
troubles. They've become trouble in this qualifier, especially this qualifier, because I think they won their last game and now they had a draw against.
And they actually held Egypt back from qualifying automatically. After that game,
yes,
they should have qualified if they had won this game.
Oh yeah, so it's a good result for them. I think captain should be proud of his team.
Wow.
And I'm sure he has promised them something. I can't confirm it yet, but I'm sure he has promised them something. He doesn't really, let them go free. And it's going to help.
That was a good result.
A very big result.
Very good
against Egypt.
It's not
Egypt.
small. It's not small.
Mo Salah and Co.
Right.
Mamouche.
No, it was a good result for them.
Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, for as Armando said, I also think maybe Captain Traore has promised the boys something. Don't go and give up. Go and fight for the point. And I think that's what happened, because on paper we all know Burkina can't stand toe to toe with Egypt with the quality of players Egypt has. And here the case, they drew 0-0.
Right.
No one scored. It's a good result. It's a good result. If you don't even win, you draw against Egypt, you'll be proud of yourself. Because we have the Egyptian king there, Premier League best player. And he couldn't do anything.
It's no joke.
It's no joke. So they did very well.
Right. Gabon also giving Cote d'Ivoire a run for their money. They drew 0-0 in Gabon.
Of course, I think we've talked about it.
You've spoke about you've spoke about Cote d'Ivoire's sluggish performances in this tournament.
I mean, like I said before, they only try to get away with their points. Just get the win, no matter how you get it. But remember, you are the African champions. You need to show quality. You need to show that level that you really merit that championship. But I don't really see it from them. They don't really create so much. They don't score a lot, and that is worrying, because if you meet a team that is scoring a lot, you can't outscore them. And most of these teams, you have to outscore them. Look at what Senegal had to do with DR Congo. They had to outscore them. So you show that level of maturity, that level of that you are the champion. But I'm not seeing it in Cote d'Ivoire, and I won't be surprised if they miss out on this.
Right. You agree?
Yeah, as Armando said, Cote d'Ivoire, they are not doing the work very well for us. You are the champions of Africa. You have to play good football, score. And here the case, if you are battling with 0-0, 1-0
with a team like Gabon,
you have to win it. And I think, as I always say, Gabon used maybe, I can say, home advantage again. Because if you go and check almost all the matches the big teams couldn't win, they were playing away. And I'm sure that was the main factor they couldn't win against them. So
right. Guys, buckle up. We're about to get into the big games of the week. The big giants, the big boys. Talk about Ghana versus Mali and South Africa versus Nigeria. First of all, Ghana, Mali, you were on a point. You think this was brilliance, or you think it was just by chance, as Didier suggested? Do you think that Otoado, this is like Otoado 101, Otoado mastery, or it was just, boys, go play, and then the boys stand up?
Well, honestly, I think I still stand by my words that Ghana Black Stars, we don't have a coach.
Even after a win.
Yeah, even after the win, it wasn't any clear cut work by the coach. I think we're even lucky to get that win because Mali should have equalized that goal moment after we scored. It was that moment after getting that lucky goal, we went missing.
Right.
Ghana went back, and we were soaking pressure
right,
from that moment to the end of the game. And if you look at how we still progress, how we still play, even though this match was a bit, improved as compared to the last game, but I still don't see that clear picture I want to see. I still don't see that clear system, that clear, direction I want to see the team moving. I still don't see that. I see a team with quality, but no direction. I see a team with quality, individual players. But we don't have that system in place. Why are we still, keeping that man on the bench? I can't get my head around it. I don't know why, because it is pretty clear that we need improvement in that regard. We need improvement as to this is the system. Are we playing? He was playing 5-2. Is it 5-2-3-1?
3-1.
You are playing against a Mali team. Why do you decide to go 5 defenders? Like, I was shocked. You also need a win badly.
I think it wasn't a typical five defenders. I think he was playing the wing back style, where like two.
That's it's still five
defenders.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not a typical five defenders, because when you have typical 5 defenders, it means that there is a left back and a right back. But in this case, we have wing backs.
No, they are all left back and right backs.
No, that's what I'm saying.
When you are defending, you are 5 defenders.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not a typical. Attacking, it's not a typical.
So meaning the coach was preventing goals.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they didn't play that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that this is not a typical 5 defense.
Okay.
Yes,
that's the point I'm making. I'm not saying they don't come back.
Okay, so now let me make something clear.
Right.
That idea of going into the game with 5 defenders, the idea of that game was to prevent goals.
Yes, to prevent.
That's not the point I'm making. You are not getting the point.
The mentality of the coach in that game was to prevent goals. You get me? So if he had gone flat back 4, then no excuse. We are going for goals. But the moment he decided we are going 5, it was clear indication that we don't want to concede.
And that is also important.
Of course, it is important, yes. But you need
goals here.
Of course, but if you score goals,
because you
have done nothing.
Because at that moment, we were tied up with Madagascar with 16-16. So there was no way you plan that game.
You need to score
thinking you want to defend your point.
Right. So
that was pretty, unacceptable to begin with. So, and for me, we have every player in the team. We have every quality in that team to be able to attack well, to be able to create well, to be able to score goals. But why are we not doing it? It's because of the system. We don't have any system in place. You have a player, a Mohamed Kudus, a quality player who can hold the ball, who can create chances, but he does only one thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't do the creating, he doesn't do the scoring, but he does only the holding.
Yeah.
As a coach, as a manager, you can't, change that mentality of a player, because he doesn't play that in his club level. We see what he can do or what he's doing at Tottenham. He doesn't do too much, but when it comes to Ghana, he wants to hold the ball too much. The time he has to release the ball, he's still holding it. That won't give you the chance to create chances. That will not automatically give you you can't run everybody through and score a goal. It is impossible. So I want to see the coach giving them a system, giving them a plan. This is what we are playing against. We are not doing anything below that.
Right.
So from there we'll see that yes, the coach is doing something, but other than that, he's still not doing anything.
All right.
Yeah. As Amando said, we don't have a coach. And with the formation Amanda was saying, I second that. When we were going to play against Mali, against Chad, you didn't play five defenders. Chad that you could score more. You didn't play that. Chad, let's see, Chad didn't even.
So it means he wasn't defending against Chad.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was not defending.
So the statement you are making it cannot hold water, because if Chad was a better team,
I'm going to
then
compare
you can say
something.
he's playing 5 defenders to prevent Chad from scoring. He knew he could score against Chad.
I'm going to compare something.
Okay.
You could score against Chad. Look at the lineup he came with against Chad. He played how many? He played 4-3-3. 4-3-3 with about 4 attackers. But you couldn't score. You couldn't win that match. A match that you were supposed to, like the Mali game, we should have played this because
attack more.
We need goals here. But he went to the Chad game that he kept so many attackers that we couldn't score.
I'm not disputing what you are saying, but what you are saying contradicts what you actually said. Because if he played this formation and he was supposed to score against a Chad and he couldn't, how sure are you that he could score this with Mali?
For Chad, the reason we are complaining for Chad, you can come and score them without playing for attack. It's Chad,
and he did that and he still couldn't.
He couldn't, so he doesn't know.
So it tells you that there is a problem.
The problem is from him.
I'm not disputing.
The reason why we are complaining
but then if you want to use his lineup as basis to make that argument, it will hold water. Because if this lineup couldn't score a Chad, how sure are you that he could score a Mali? It could win a Mali.
The reason why we are complaining.
So if you are complaining about Otto Addo's inefficiencies, that's fine. But let's not use the lineup as justification to say we've seen teams win with this formation.
Yeah, of course.
We've seen teams win with this 3-5 like back where to invert and move. So it's not about the formation; it's about the inefficiencies of the coach. Let's make that clear.
Here the case. In the Mali game, we needed to win, no matter what.
And that's what I'm saying. We've seen teams win with this kind of formations. Haven't we seen it?
We've seen
your own Chelsea. We've seen that. So it's not about the formation. It's about the coach's inability to make that formation work.
Prince, you mentioned Chelsea.
Any formation can win a game.
If Chelsea is going to play against, let's say, like a lower club in the championship, and you come and play so many attackers, and you don't win, definitely I'll insult Maresca. It's a lower team. Any formation can win them. You are Chelsea. We are Black Stars, and it's Chad.
I'm not saying
the
point I'm making is that
FIFA ranking wise, you are ahead of them. Everything quality, you are ahead of them.
You shouldn't say what you want to say to Otto Addo. But the point I'm making is that it's not about the formation.
The formation counts.
It's not in this situation. It's not about the formation.
The reason why we are comparing in the Mali game, the formation he came out with, meaning he didn't want to score. That's why we are talking.
He actually wanted to put more pressure, because if you look at the formation, he played a 3. That's why I said he was scared. He played a 3-4-3 formation.
He was scared in the Mali game. He was scared with the type of formation. If you are playing
a team like Mali, you should be scared as a coach. Even the Mali coach was also scared, because he played similar formation as Otto. If you watch the formations very well, they played a similar formation.
Prince, if they came into this game as the underdog.
That's what I'm saying.
So they have to be scared.
They have to be scared.
How do you mean by as underdogs?
Ghana is ahead of them in
them.
the group. Ghana is leading the group.
But if you look at Mali generally, you cannot say Mali is an underdog.
To Ghana they are.
To Ghana they are.
I don't agree.
I
disagree.
What shows they are?
Because if you look at the quality of Mali and you compare to the quality of Ghana, I can dare say that Mali is far better than Ghana.
In terms of quality, they are not
much. It's far better than Ghana. In our past few, Are you comparing head to head, or you are comparing their?
You mentioned quality, and if we are,
and you think this Black Star squad is more more
in terms of quality, in terms of quality, Black Star has
more. What do you in what sphere, in what stems?
Players, we have. Let's compare players.
Are you talking about individual players?
But that's the quality.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. If you have players and the players are not able to play, what quality are you talking about? So we don't have
coach.
So that's why we have.
We don't have coach. But did Bali tell you they have a coach?
Maybe it's Mali.
What are you talking about? If you have the best players in the world and they're not able to play, it's useless having them.
So let's.
You sat here and said we lined up 4 of the best strikers in the world and they couldn't score against.
They couldn't score. So meaning it's from coach.
What are you talking about?
It's the coach.
What are you talking about?
It's the coach, Prince.
It doesn't matter. Who cares? Was it Kavu appointed the coach for you?
So that's why we are saying
they should sack him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that he's the best coach. That's not the point I'm making. But don't make it look as if the formation he played is what couldn't win him the game. That wasn't. It's his inability himself as a coach.
The formation count. He brought the formation.
That's what I'm saying. We have seen similar formations.
Right.
That has won games.
But
4 teams.
Prince,
you see what understand something. The first impression of that formation is to defend.
If you come out with
that's
5,
what I'm saying. The first impression of that 5 back 5.
You are going to defend. You are not going to
That's
score.
the first impression.
It was a 3-4-3. Look at the formation very well.
Yes, so we are trying to tell you. You see the wing backs. If let's say like Mali is like coming to us, we will have 5 back.
But that's
so we are defending
with that. That's the point. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you are playing this kind of formation,
that was the formation
to have a stronger defense.
We're defending.
That doesn't mean you cannot win. It doesn't mean you cannot win. If you are playing a strong defense, doesn't mean you cannot win.
But you are here to defend more. That means I'm here to defend more.
Here to
That's what I'm saying.
That definitely limits you in attack.
And in the Mali game, in the Mali game, we needed to score
just as much as you needed to win. It's important to prevent goals. You see, sometimes you need to understand your sickness before you prefer medicine to your sickness. In the last game against Chad, what didn't happen? And last minute goal.
But even without playing back 5, Ghana don't really concede that much.
That's what I'm saying. But in the last game against Chad, we conceded a goal.
Of course.
And so if the coach feels that this time around I don't want to concede because it's in my home, and I need to have a defensive plan that will stop my opponent from scoring. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Prince,
There's nothing wrong with that.
For me, the reason why I'm more concerned about the formation, the Mali game, we needed to score more.
We needed to win.
The more you need goals, the more your opponent also need goals. So don't go and play and allow your own.
We needed the goals than Mali.
Who told you needed goals?
We needed it than Mali.
You know where Mali's lying.
Where's Mali? Mali, I think they are 4 for feet. They are 4.
So what would winning 3 points mean to them?
As we and Mali, we needed 3 points than them. We needed it than them.
What do you mean by needed 3 points?
We needed, if we didn't win, Madagascar would have topped.
No, but Mali also need the points to move ahead. Mali need 3 points to also move ahead from the position they are. You think they don't want to qualify?
They want to qualify, but where they've gotten to, they can't qualify. So we needed.
If they had won these 3 points and had 2 more games to play, how do you mean by they will qualify?
2 more games. All the countries there.
If Ghana had lost this game, let's look at the standing. Mali has 12 points. If they had won this game, they would have had 15 points.
15 points.
Ghana would have lost 3 points. Where would we have been?
So if Ghana lost, would have 16.
15 and 16. What's the difference?
So we needed it than them. We needed to be ahead of them.
They also needed to come behind so that in their next 2 games they know where they can win those 2 games and qualify. So don't say you needed that. Just as much as Ghana needed the points, they also needed the points.
So right now,
they also needed the points.
So Prince Otuado.
If you are saying Otuado is not a good coach, they should sack him. I don't have any beef with that.
But the coach,
I don't have any problem with that.
The coach brings the formation. But if we don't bring the formation, how would he play?
But is he the first person to play this formation?
No.
Was it the who invented this formation?
He's not the one.
So what are you saying?
But anytime a coaches bring this 5 back, meaning you are going to defend.
And I'm saying that is not the reason why a team will lose. And as a matter of fact, we didn't lose this game, did we?
We didn't lose. We didn't lose.
Play, if from his own probably wisdom, he feels that playing a weaker defense or playing a natural 4 defense would make him feel vulnerable or would make his defense feel vulnerable. What is wrong with him trying to solidify his defense? At the end of the day, we even won the game.
So Prince, okay, in Everton, Prince, because we won, we shouldn't.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm also concerned about the fact that after we scored that goal, we had to go and defend. But it wasn't because of this formation.
So let me.
It wasn't because of this formation.
Let me give you a
from the beginning
example.
of the game. We played very well.
Prince.
The midfield, what's the name? Kwesi was able to hold the midfield.
Prince.
So we played very well. And if the game had continued like that, I don't think we would have been having this conversation. Yeah. So let's look at what the issue is.
But that's what we are saying. That's the issue.
So
that's one of the issues.
What is the issue?
Prince, the idea that formation also give you the impression of the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Prince,
that's one of the issues. It's not wrong.
Prince, let me
for you to understand that you have to, in as much as you want to score goals, you also need to prevent goals.
Of course, but
Yes.
but even if you are going with a 4 defenders, you are also going to.
That's what I'm saying. But
goals.
you are not in the shoes of the coach. He played the Chad game, and he saw what happened to him. And so if he doesn't want that and wants to solidify his defense, I don't see anything wrong with that.
So
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Prince.
And besides, this particular formation, it's not a new formation. We've seen teams like do magic with that. When you have two wing backs going up and down and defending and also attacking.
Okay.
So Amanda, let me ask.
So in
something.
attack, honestly, hold on. In attack, we've seen the wing backs cause damages.
Right.
In this game, with this system, give me one damage. At
The
least
wing-backs
one of the wing backs.
How would you have known if the game hadn't played?
But
Tell me how you would have known.
But they played the game. So tell me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The coach doesn't have the hindsight of the game played. So that's why we cannot blame him for saying that he should have played. If he had played this and won 3 goals,
None of them created chance.
Would you have complained?
chance.
The
They
question
were
I'm asking is that if he had played this formation and had won 3 goals, 3-0, would you have complained?
Then I would say. So if they had,
So he doesn't have the hindsight of what will happen in the game.
If they had won three goals using this formation, I would have sit here and say, Coach Otto did so well.
And so that's what I'm saying.
So they didn't do well. Let me also say it.
Don't say it. You don't get the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that yes, he didn't do well, but don't say it's because he played that formation.
I'm not saying because of it. I say,
but that is the argument.
I said it's one of the. Then you didn't hear my statement. I said the formation was one of the reasons. I said one of the reasons.
So, Amando, let me come in. So, Prince, let me give you a similar example. If let's say after we scored the goal, we scored the Mali goal, then he changed his formation to 5 back. Don't be a problem. We would have said that we don't want to concede any goal again. We are going to defend. Do you get it? Now we've scored. We are ahead of them. That's why we are defending. But you've not scored them. You started defending.
But was it not the same formation they scored? They used to score the first goal.
Yes.
So what are you saying?
No, I'm giving and
you said if they had won, then he's coming to defend.
Coach,
even in that same situation, they scored a goal.
Any good coach who plays 5 back, his win backs are effective. What was the use of them? No, none of them.
Yenchi was solid on the day.
Yenchi was solid defensively, not
even attack. He was good. He was good attack.
What did he do in attack? He didn't create any chance. Yenchi didn't create any chance. What did he do? He didn't do anything. It was at this defensive.
I'm surprised you are saying he didn't do anything.
He did something defensively. Because the whole match, what chance did we create? We didn't create any chance.
You score your yard as well like goal. Then
they go if we even scored once. So that's why we are more like talking about the coach. And for the players, this game, I think the players did well. They came in to win.
Add them to the.
Not if we are going to mention not all of them that will say they did well, but collectively teamwork they did well. Because at the midfield we saw Partey was not doing certain things. But the other guy was doing it. Kwesi was doing it for him. Attack. This one was not doing something. The other one was. That's why I said collective teamwork. they did something. Our goalkeeper was okay. He was good. He was okay. The attack, and the only player, let's say, I can cheer up is Jordan Ayew. If you go and check his stats within these qualifications.
We are talking about Mali game. Don't go and bring this Mali game.
This Mali game.
Performance in the Mali game.
The performance, everything is some two players who did well. The rest didn't do anything.
Who?
The midfielder.
So why are you mentioning Jordan?
Jordan gave an assist. They're crossing. Jordan crossed the ball. He was the one who gave the assist. So I have to mention him. If you are going to, Yirenchi was solid defensively. Attack, to me, he didn't do anything extraordinary. Sebo hold the midfield for Partey.
Partey too didn't do anything.
Partey did. That's why I said Partey didn't do everything. Sebo didn't do everything.
Nobody can do everything. That's the point.
No. Certain games you see players.
Nobody can do everything. You do your part, and the other person also does their part.
Everyone has his role. Everyone has. That's why they paired the two of them. If so far in the Chad game when they paired Salis and Co, what did they? They didn't do anything. We started and bash them. They didn't do anything. So it's only two players, like 2-3 players who did collectively. If you are going to initially when we were starting the video, I was like, it's the fans who are making noise which confused the Mali players. If we went to play the game at Mali, I don't think we would have won. I don't think Black Star would have won.
But the other time we went there and we won. The last qualifiers we went to Mali and we won.
If you go and win there, doesn't mean you go there and win again.
And it doesn't mean you go there and won't win. That is things that we cannot talk about.
Prince is
those are things
Otuado's fan.
You see, that's where you are getting it wrong.
Prince is an Otuado's fan.
That's where we are getting it wrong. We sat here and we've sat here and Amanda will tell you, we've lambasted Otuado.
So there's no problem with Otuado.
The point I'm making is that the formation he played had no influence in what happened.
And we want you to know that if any coach comes out to play 5 back, you are going to defend.
And what is wrong with defending?
And in this game, you needed to score more.
And they scored. They scored one goal. He needed a win. He didn't need to score. He needed a win, and he got it.
One goal.
He got the win. Is it not 3 points? It's 1 goal, not 3 points.
It's 3 points, but
you could have done better. Did he need to
score
3 goals?
But you could have done better.
Did he need to score 3 goals?
You could have done better, Prince.
When you went to Chad and we couldn't even get a point, get 3 points from Chad.
Okay.
And you're saying I'm Otuado what? No, I'm not Otuado anything.
Prince is the only Otuado fan.
I'm not supporting Otuado. Don't let people come for me. I'm not supporting Otuado.
He's an Otuado.
I'm not supporting Otuado. If you say Otuado, I mean, we've all said Otuado is no. Guys, let's move on. There's no time. But what stood out for you in the Mali game in terms of positives?
Kwesi Sibo and
solid player.
Yeah.
And those are some of the things. You see, let's talk about improvement. We can talk about the bad things, but let's look from what we got in Chad. It was terrible.
Yeah.
This game compared to that game, it's a vast improvement.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm excited about the improvement.
It's never an improvement, Prince.
See,
it's not an improvement.
It's fine if you think so, but let me hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so it's Kwesi Sibo. For me, I think he's a revelation.
And I remember you mentioned him before he even came.
Yeah.
And those for me are things that we should be talking about. Calling the right players who can do the job.
Thank you very much.
It's not about your formation.
That's another
Call
thing.
the players who can do the job.
Do the job. So he was sitting somewhere in Spain.
You hold the midfield down.
Sibo was enjoying himself in Spain. Got the late caller.
So why didn't you call him as part of the first caller?
You see, he came in and he delivered 100%. I think he should be the main man for the midfield going forward. They should build that midfield around Kwesi Sibo. I don't see any player coming in to do what he can do
better than what he did.
No. So they should build that midfield around Kwesi Sibo. And defensively, I think we have a solid pair when we have Salis and Jiku.
Salisu.
I think we have a best pair when we have the two of them in the heart of defense.
And Jiku, man, we always need to applaud that guy.
That guy,
he fights with his blood.
Exactly.
He fights. Look at how he scored that goal.
Yeah.
If it was any player, he would have left the ball.
Just touch it.
He had to just to get the ball to the net.
So
and what even made me more happy is when he dedicated the goal to Ghanaians. He understands the situation. He understands how people are feeling.
Yeah.
And for me, that actually was the two centre backs. plus the midfielder, Sibo,
yeah.
changed everything for Ghana.
Of course, yeah.
And for me, I'm even saying this because I don't think it's Otoado's, like, maybe he made the selection. But if these players were still put to play without Otoado, they would have still delivered. Because it's the quality of the player we are talking about.
Yeah,
Every time Jiku comes to the Black Stars, he delivers, he fights. And this guy, this is his debut. And look at the performance he gave.
Honestly, I think Sibo should be given. And Otoado said with his performance, he has
earned a
place in the team. And I'm happy we are able to get that robust type of a midfielder in the team again because we have been lacking that
for a
personality
long time.
For a long time. So for me, he doesn't only defend. He doesn't only defend, but he drives in.
Yeah,
that's one thing I like about him. When he gets the ball, he doesn't always stay and then just pass. He also drives in terms of spaces that's around.
Guys, forgive us today. Our podcast is going to be rather long because we have a lot of things to talk about. Right, talk about Partey before I come to Didier. Did you see the influence of Partey in the midfield as well?
Definitely, I see the flair. I see the trying to create something. He's the driver. For me, I think he only drives the midfield.
But sure.
Yeah, slow but sure. So for me, I think Partey should be in that midfield as well. If we get the best out of Partey and Sibo, we'll have a solid midfield.
Crazy. And this is not to say that like the Black Stars did 100% job. I mean, we also, after that goal, what happened? But at least we had some positive to take away from that game as well. Let me come to you. Your highlights of that particular game. What were your takeaways from the Ghana Mali game? Before we go to the South African Nigeria
for that game, I think Sibo was the man of the match to me.
Right.
We are all amazed with how he handled. Initially, when the game started, I think he was nervous in the beginning.
It was normal to
his
be nervous.
first game, and me in the beginning, I was like, who is this? Nah, like Ayew, who is this? But when he started playing, everything was going on. And as Amando said, Black Stars, since we had Thomas, but we've not had someone to pair him very well. It was Ashimeru. And Ashimeru, he's always injury.
He's always at the hospital.
Yeah, he's always at the hospital. So let's just hope Sibo continues like this, play very well in the club level, because if you don't perform in club level, international, they can't call you. So let's just hope he plays very well.
At club level, he's top.
Yeah, that's when, and more games to come. The coach should try and pair them. We'll see what to bring. And let's not forget of the defender, the Rasta guy. Yirenchi. Yirenchi too was very solid. I think he's young to 19 years.
Yeah, very young. Yeah.
And if you check the age range of our players, the future is bright. We have young players.
Right, so Jich, with Ghana leading the group, I mean, with I think 19 points.
19, yeah.
Do you think that Ghana, have you started to see some, light with regards to, especially that we are on the verge of qualifying? Do you think that if Ghana goes to the World Cup, I mean, we can do something?
No.
Or you think Otoado should still be sacked?
But you asked me a question. Why are you laughing?
Okay, sorry.
So if you ask me whether if we qualify and then eventually go to the World Cup, we can do something, I would say no. If we still have Otoado as our coach, I expect them to sack him, get a good quality manager, for him to play the next 2 qualifying games. Let's see what he can do, and then eventually takes us to the World Cup. I think we still need at least 1 win,
at least
out of the 2, to be able to guarantee us a place in the World Cup. Honestly, I'm really worried about the team. Really worried, because I want to believe that we have the quality individually. We have it. Yeah. We have top finishers in the team. Inaki Williams, Jordan Ayew, Mohamed Kudus, and Co. But I'm worried. I'm really worried about the connectivity between these attackers. They don't really connect well, and that's why we have problem with the coach. he has to find a way to make them connect.
Right. And I think one of those incidents were in the heat up of towards the end of the game.
Yeah, Sulemana got that.
And Inaki was
just see. We have the best. We have, if not the best, one of the best strikers who are best in running to spaces.
Yeah.
That's Inaki Williams, and we see what he's been doing with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
I can bet my life that if this movement was in the
it would have been a goal.
Atletico Madrid team, he would have gotten the pass. Why is he not getting these passes in the Black Stars team? And this is not the first incident. We've seen numerous times or countless times when he make this similar run, but they don't find him.
He doesn't get the ball.
That's the disconnection.
Right. Okay. Now let's talk about one incident that also caught the eyes of a lot of people in that Ghana game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the reaction of Jordan Ayew after he was subbed. First of all, what do you make of that particular
the reaction?
Yeah.
No, I saw other videos. People they analyze it in a way that it's not about the substitution that he was angry. People who were close to them said it's not about the substitution.
What was it about?
It was about the armband. When he was going to he was going out, he went to Partey to give it to Partey. They said Partey refused and pointed at Joku. So I think that was the reason why he was angry. Maybe why will I give it to you at the vice captain? And this issue, if it's going to be true, this is from the coach again. It's from the coach. If let's say what they are saying is true, it was because of Jordan giving Partey the armband and he refused. I think that one the blame is going to be on the coach. If maybe Partey will be like, maybe I'm not the vice captain, why are you giving it to me? Because I think the vice captain is Joku. Right. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Joku. So all this petty thing is the coach who is supposed to make it clear to the players. If the captain is not around, this one is supposed to take over. If this one is not around, this one is supposed to take over. I think that's just the only thing.
All right. Let me come to you. Is it the same thing, the same idea you're also picking up?
Well, for me, I have a different opinion because I don't think Jordan should be mad.
Just over that?
Over that, no. I don't think you should make it or you should visibly, then everybody will see you shouting and then swinging hands just because you went to give a captain armband to somebody. But I really doubt that should be the reason. For me, even though we are not on the ground, but I think it was because of the substitution. He wanted to still be in the game. He wanted to still, play. And fair play, fair enough. He wants to, help the team. As the captain, he wants to be part of the team. He wants to be part of the success of the team. So as a captain, I think he was only concerned that I still want to give more to the team.
Yeah. And you could see how he was even talking to the coach.
Yes.
So I don't think
it was
any
because
respect.
Yeah.
It points to the fact you mentioned the other time, even if the player respects the coach. Because if you respect a coach, you cannot talk to him like that.
Like that.
And when he even came, Otoado was still trying to hold him, and he was still,
going.
And I think it still boils down to that. Question of leadership.
Yeah.
That is not a leader. A leader doesn't behave like that.
Exactly.
And for me, I think the earlier we start to find a true leader, the better. As you said earlier on, this is not about family. This is not about like or hate. This is about something that is missing. And if you look at this team, for me, I think Joku is more of a better leader
than
if you ask me.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't make it look like somebody deserves it or it's a title for somebody or left for somebody. It should be given to the person who would be able to
possess
do
the qualities of.
If you look at the Malian's captain, he was on the neck of the referee throughout the game, calling for things for their team. But what did we see Jordan do? Yes, it's not always that you should be heckling all over, but you need to have that inspiring personality. You need to have that personality that can inspire your team.
Yeah.
For me, I think Jordan doesn't really.
People who knows Jordan, he doesn't talk.
Right, and
it's very hard. You see,
exactly
when they came for the All African Games.
Right.
When they came. You could have seen he scored a goal.
Very quiet,
He's just quiet. Always like him. He doesn't talk that much. And as a team, you have to give the captain to someone who is who can like challenge things.
Right.
Let me give you some like Bruno Fernandes. If Bruno, you are playing match, a little mistake, you run to the referee just to get his attention.
And if you don't get that one, it will give the referee some signature that these guys won't take any nonsense I'm going to do here. They will expose me, and that alone can make the referee make certain decisions in your favor. You know, and if you look at the Mali team, they were very, very like provocative. There was even an incident where somebody double tackled. I don't know. I think it was a counter. Somebody double tackled. I don't know whether it was Dawes Kudus or so. And he was still going.
Yeah, Kudus was still going.
And I thought that after that, the referee should have given the guy a card. And it didn't happen.
There was no complaints from the Ghana team. And
exactly.
Then,
So I think that just as you said, I mean, we love Jordan, but for the role of leadership, I don't think he's
not there
for that kind of role. So I think they should look at that, and it's very important. It's very important. And if you look at the Mali team, they were very, very destructive. There was this guy Mohamed Kamara, who was all over party, causing problems left, right, center, and all of that.
They were trying to provoke
the team.
They were trying all their best to provoke some of the players so that they will not be able to perform.
Right. Now let's move to South Africa. What a game. What a game. South Africa, Nigeria. I mean, the rivalry, between South Africa and Nigeria extends way back, where it has always been, a fight.
Yeah.
Difficult to win. And if you look at what happened in that game alone, from, players almost exchanging fisticuffs to coaches.
Yeah.
And it tells you the intensity of the game and how the game played out. First of all, let me come to you. What was how did you see that game against Nigeria against South Africa?
It was a good game, but I wanted my brothers from Nigeria to get the win and have hope
of qualifying.
But
unfortunately,
they missed certain key players. I think that was one factor that caused them. Osimhen was number one,
right?
And Aina getting an early injury too. It caused them very much. Yeah.
Right. Let me come to you, Didier. GH. Your analysis of that game.
Honestly, first of all, my South African people disappointed me. And the disappointment started even before the game started. That is the pitch. I was really disappointed with the pitch. I'm somebody who, holds South African football to the highest. I respect them. And I always, respect the fact that they have some of the best pitches in Africa. But that pitch
was not good enough.
Was very bad. I don't know how they decided to choose that pitch. So if you look at the game, it really didn't excite the level of that game, because for me, I know how South Africa play. They didn't really play to that standard because of the pitch. It wasn't so good, and they didn't have a good game as I expected them to get or to have. Cracking game for me, 50-50. I think they all did well. Nigeria stood for the challenge, and that's something we all want to see. Even though I predicted they were not going to win, but they stood up for the challenge, and that's a good. That's a good, and the history backs it up. It has never been an easy win. I only wanted to see South Africa win because of how they have been consistent in recent years ahead of Nigeria, but Nigeria really showed up and then eventually got a point out of it. I would say a needless point, because it is not going to add up for them. And
for South Africa, it was
definitely a good point for them. A good point for them. So, which I think we'll have to see how they manage their next two games and then eventually go qualifying.
But I think for Nigeria, it's just
it's over for them.
It's barely over. It's over for them. Right now, South Africa, Nigeria. One of the issues that also came up was the supposedly handball that Kelvin Bassey scored. do you still think that it brings back the idea that VAR is needed in these games? Because now football has gone to the level where we cannot just, go backward. We have to go forward. So if VAR is supposed to be used, it has to be used true and true.
Yeah, for the VAR, I think we Africans, I don't know why we are like that. We've seen in this European World Cup qualifications, there are VARs. So why is it that our
Africans
side
are not using
there
VAR.
are no VARs? If VAR was to be there, I think they would have gone to review it and see what happens. Me, I see it to be a goal. But VAR, sometimes you see it's a goal. But when VAR, it will slow out the game, pause certain key part of the that moment for you to see it clearly. If VAR was to be there, I think this debate we are having, it was a handball, it's not a handball, it wouldn't have been there. So I want FIFA and CAF, they should work on it. If a stadium is not having that FIFA standard, don't force yourself and go there. Right. If a country is not working on their pitches, you'd forget them. You send them to a neutral ground
to play.
Where we'll see quality football and other stuff.
And I think for South Africa, it's not even about the issue of not having good pitches. Probably it was just maybe wrong decision or wrong timing, right? you also think that was a goal?
If they, he actually had connected the ball with his head, but it hits his hand on the way. So if VAR
is that no ball to hand?
No, that would have been a foul.
That would be a foul. Okay.
If you are scoring with that kind of,
okay, you are scoring.
If you are scoring, that would have been the goal would have been disallowed. If there was VAR, this goal would have been disallowed. So I also agree that we need to have VAR in African qualifier because we are going to get it when we go to the World Cup. So we have to get used to it now. And of course, we've used it in the AFCON and it was perfect. One of the best, usage of VAR in recent years. So I think I don't really understand why they didn't, include it in this qualifier. So for me, that was a handball.
And I think even in the Club World Cup, African countries experienced
it. So for me, it should have been there.
But who were your standout players? You talked about the fact that South Africa didn't really, do well.
Yeah.
For example, in South Africa, who were your standout players before we come to Nigeria?
Is it Mbwali or
Mbuli?
Yes, South Africa should watch out for him.
Yeah.
And for me, he's one of the guys I think should be given the chance.
And I think that was his first startup.
Exactly. So it means that he's ready. I don't know why this will only be, or this was only his first start.
Right.
He's ready, and they should give him some time.
A chance. Right now, your players from Nigeria, your standout players
from Nigeria. I think Bassi has always been.
He did very well.
Yeah, he's always trying.
Pushed.
Yes,
pushed.
So for me, Bassi is one of them.
And the game was very physical, and he was one of those people.
Of course, who stood for the.
And I
think
one of the advantages Nigeria had over South Africa was their physique.
Yeah.
They actually bullied them physically, and
of course,
yes, it gave them an advantage.
Yeah. So Bassi, I think Bassi was
right.
Really
Let me come to you. Your standout players from South Africa.
My story, I think, is the midfielder Mokoena, or
Mokoena.
If the name is right,
Mokoena.
He did very well. He was my standout player. And for Nigeria, I'll take Frederick, the right back. Although Bassi scored the goal, if Bassi didn't get the goal, I don't think he would have been extraordinary in the pitch.
Right.
But Frederick was, I think he was the most created chance in the game. Yes.
Right. For me, I'll go for Nkota. Nkota was very, very. I mean, the one who crossed the ball and got the own goal.
The own goal. Yeah.
He's one of the very pacey players from South Africa, and also Mbokazi. Mbokazi is also the defender, the 19-year-old defender. I mean, solid. And he also have that physique, and you could see how he also bullied some of the Nigerian players. I mean, blocking balls left, right, center. And he's actually a player to watch out. Even in South Africa, he's highly rated.
Yeah.
And I think he plays for Orlando Pirates. He's a solid player, and I was very excited to see his performance. And he was actually the man of the match. And also Ngizana also did very well. But you know that they actually missed their right back, Mudau, who is very experienced, and so he had to be Nduyelwa had to take his place. I mean, not too experienced compared to Mudau. And also we have Madiba, who is also the left back. That played in their last game, but unfortunately he was also on the bench. So the another player, Kabini, also took that position. So I felt that and that was actually, where, the goal actually came from. Because the cross came from Kabini's side and then Nduyelwa wasn't able to mark Bassi very well. Bassi even came from the back and then
came from, I think, how he jumped.
And he pushed him a little bit. He gave him a shoulder and then jumped for the ball. So I think generally it was a very exciting. And I think it was quite similar to the Ghana game where South Africa started very well. But, in Nigeria came back very strong and, had to get a point from this game. And it is always typical of a South Africa-Nigeria game where we see these things happen and all of that. And for me, you see, the temperature always makes the game exciting. There was a point where Eric and then what's his name? Eric and the Bruce were also like confronting each other and all of that. So it's all exciting. It's all love. It's all football. African football is always like that. That's what makes it more exciting and entertaining. And it was a great game. Aside the issues of the pitch, it was a great game. And we'll see how the next two games
it's going to be tough.
But because of the time, we won't be able to. I mean, we've spoken a lot. We won't be able to delve into the other issues that.
And I think Nigeria, they are not lucky. If let's say luck. Yes, if let's say they had their players who were fit, I think.
And you think the absence of the Osimhen really
affected them? Yes,
100%. He's the man who always fights up front. He fights. He give defenders a tough time of he'll give you that tough time. And of course, he also creates. It's not only the scoring; he creates. He runs. And then give crosses as well.
Right, so amazing games. We will see what happens in the next two games. The final two games of and I mean, because of the time, we won't be able to talk about the
Prince,
ups and
I want our Nigeria brothers to know that we will represent them.
They watch us from home.
Yes, they watch us from
home. For 2 consecutive World Cups.
South Africa, since 2010, when they hosted the World Cup, they've not really qualified to and this will be an amazing opportunity for them. So they were telling Nigerians that they should go home and sit and watch them. I mean, exciting. But I mean, this is going to be a weekly podcast. It's not just for the qualifiers. We are back strong. Every week we'll be bringing you, it could be road to AFCON 2026, it could be road to World Cup, and a lot of issues that are coming up in African football right here on the channel. As usual, my name is Prince Hamdan. We'll come back and give you more. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share the video. Let us know your thoughts with regards to the games and the arguments we had here as well. Wherever you are watching us from, let us know in the comment section. We'll be back with more. Peace. We are.